Hi guys and welcome to CrazyPeppera Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is CrazyPeppera Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
You didn't just cheat, you planned it together! All three of you!
I couldn't sleep again. It was becoming ritual. Me staring at ceiling streaks from streetlights, mind churning. My wife Amy sprawled beside me, seemingly asleep, but something felt staged about how she turned away from me. We'd been married 25 years, but this past month everything shifted. She'd changed in bed. Our predictable routine was suddenly tossed aside for adventurous, aggressive moves. New positions we'd never discussed, touching me in ways she used to dismiss with disgust, moaning like she was auditioning for adult movie. You'd think I'd be thrilled, but the abruptness raised red flags. Where had she learned this? After 2 decades of vanilla, my suspicious mind offered one gut-wrenching possibility. She was copying someone else's moves. I started noticing more. New outfits, perfume to the supermarket, phone always in her sight with a changed lock code. The dread intensified daily. Finally, at 2 a.m., I confronted her. "Why have you changed in bed? I've known you for 25 years, and overnight you're someone else. Are you copying something online or learning with someone else?" She kept her back turned. "It's 2 in the morning, not now." "It's exactly now. I'm losing it here. Are you messing around?" She rolled over, hair spilling across the pillow. "You're being paranoid. Why can't it be that I finally wanted something different?" I was trembling. "Because you always acted disgusted by certain things. Now you do them like you're reading from an adult movie star manual. Don't gaslight me." The fight escalated. She grabbed a pillow and stormed to the guest room. I couldn't stop myself. "Don't forget your phone in case one of your side pieces texts." She froze. "You'll regret that. I hired a private investigator. I'll know everything soon." Her sharp intake was audible. She fled, leaving me staring at the dark ceiling. Next morning, I left before dawn, hit the gym with manic energy. When I swung by the house for work papers, I heard voices upstairs. My daughters, Julie, 21, and Kate, 20, both in college. "Mom is going way too far," Kate was saying. "She told me about using that Pure app to meet men. She said it's easier to hide from Dad than she ever imagined." My blood turned to ice. Julie's voice trembled with guilt. "We kind of suggested it. Remember the open marriage idea? We told her it might spice things up, but I never thought she'd run off hooking up with random guys." Open marriage, the words banged around my skull. My daughters had suggested it. Kate whimpered. "Now she's meeting men behind Dad's back. If he finds out we practically gave her the idea, he's going to hate us." Something inside me shattered. My own children had handed their mother the blueprint for betrayal. Julie sighed heavily. "We just wanted them to fix their relationship. Mom said she was bored that Dad never listened. We figured some couples do an open thing. They talk it through." Kate's voice wavered. "She never told Dad. She just jumped into it. Uses that app to find guys for excitement. This is so messed up." I couldn't stand anymore. I stepped away and called up, "Julie, Kate, come down here now." They descended like they were approaching a firing squad. Julie pale, Kate's eyes glistening. I crossed my arms. "What the hell did I just hear?" Kate blurted. "Dad, it's not what you think. Don't downplay it. I heard you talking about telling your mother to go for an open marriage. You gave her a nudge toward that Pure app, right?" Julie swallowed hard. "Dad, we never told her to cheat secretly. We said maybe an open arrangement could help if you both agreed." Mom was miserable, complaining you wouldn't try anything new. My heart hammered. "You realize how twisted this sounds? You're my daughters." "You basically gave your mother the green light to screw around." They both tried approaching, arms outstretched. "We're sorry, please. We love you. We never wanted this." I couldn't look at them. "Get out. I can't stand the sight of you right now." "Dad," Kate pleaded, sobbing. "Go!" I roared. "I need space. Go back to campus. Just leave me alone." They bolted, tears staining their faces. That afternoon, I met with Jerry, the PI I'd hired. He had stacks of photos, phone logs, transcripts, My stomach clenched at the top photo. Amy in a tight dress I didn't recognize, entering a motel with some bald man. "This is Derek," Jerry said. "They met 3 times through Pure." This man, Luke from Massachusetts. They met halfway, spent hours at a bed and breakfast. He showed me text screenshots from Nacho Man, real name Brian. "You like it rough? I have interesting toys. I can bring a friend if you want group action." Amy's response: "Not sure yet, but YOLO. You only live once, right? Let's see if I'm feeling adventurous." I felt physically ill. This was my wife who once crinkled her nose at anything beyond vanilla, now telling strangers, "You only live once." That evening, I spread the evidence across our dining table. When Amy came home, she saw it and paled. "What is this?" I tapped the papers. "Your side hobby. Derek, Luke, Brian, aka Nacho Man. Recognize them? This is invasion of privacy." I let out a cold laugh. "My wife hooking up with multiple men is my invasion of your privacy," she glared through tears. "I told you I needed excitement, Chris. I tried dropping hints. So this was my fault. You realize our daughters told me they suggested open marriage and you said you'd talk to me first." She stiffened. "I knew you'd never agree. You're so close-minded." "So instead of adult conversation, you jumped on a casual hookup app and lied for weeks?" Her eyes flashed. "I had to. You'd have shut me down like always. I was drowning in boredom." "And sleeping with random guys fixed that? You let them do things you never tried with me. That's what I can't forgive. You unlocked a new side for them but never thought to talk to me." She bit her lip, tears spilling. "I was afraid you'd see me differently, or refuse me." Something snapped. "You always had a choice. You could have divorced me if you were that unhappy. Instead, you gutted our marriage from the inside out." She slammed her hand on the table. I felt I had no voice. "You overshadow everything. I needed to break free. You broke everything. Congratulations." A couple days later, my daughters appeared again while I was gathering papers for a lawyer. "Dad, we're so sorry," Kate shook. "We've barely slept. We never wanted to cause this." Julie nodded. "The open marriage suggestion was supposed to be a stepping stone for you two to find a solution together." I turned to face them coldly. "You think that helps?" "I'm furious at your mother for cheating, and at you two for handing her the idea." Kate's eyes brimmed. "We only had Mom's perspective. She said you were emotionally distant, never listened. We thought you wouldn't consider any new approach." "So your solution was for her to find random sexual partners?" Julie sighed through tears. "We didn't literally say go cheat. We said if you both agreed, maybe it would help. A friend's parents tried it." "I'm not sure I can forgive you," I said bluntly. "I love you both, but I can't forget that you basically validated her stepping out on me." They sobbed heavily. I fought the urge to console them. "I need time. Go back to school. Stay out of this." That night, I fled to my parents' place. When they coaxed the story out of me, they were appalled and quietly furious at Amy. I spent the night on their sofa, staring at the ceiling. Next day, I found Amy pacing when I returned home. "Did you tell your parents?" she demanded. "They've been blowing up my phone, calling me names, saying I disgraced the family." "Yes," I told them. They asked why I left. I told them the truth. Her face twisted in rage. "You had no right to turn them against me. This is our private matter." "Hard to call it private when you're hooking up in motels. You humiliated me." "So I don't care about your social discomfort now." She advanced on me. "You don't understand how stifling our marriage was. You never listened to my needs. Desperate enough to go behind my back with half a dozen men? If it were so bad, you should have left first." She shook her head, tears spilling. "I messed up, okay? But you're not a saint either. I'm filing for divorce." For a moment, her face crumpled. Then, like a switch flipped, she sneered. "Fine. Good luck finding someone who'll endure your uptight, boring style. Maybe your next wife won't need to hire a personal trainer to learn new moves behind your back." The comment stung so badly I almost lunged. Instead, I shoved past her and left. My boss Stacy offered me her lakeside cottage as refuge. The first week there, I barely slept, but at least escaped the war zone. My daughters texted constantly with apologies. I answered curtly, "I'm safe. Need time?" One morning, they showed up with coffee and pastries. "We're sorry for ambushing you," Kate said tentatively. "We really want to talk." We sat at the small table. I said I needed space. We know, but we can't ignore you. You're our dad, and we see how much pain this caused. My anger had worn down to exhaustion. I don't know what to say. You're my daughters, but you pushed your mother toward a solution that didn't involve me. Julie's eyes filled. We were stupid. On campus, everyone talks about poly this. Open that. It seemed normal. Kate nodded. We thought if you were both in on it, it could resolve tension. But Mom just took it and ran without you. You see how badly that turned out? They exchanged guilty looks. Dad, we love you. We love Mom too, but we know she messed up. We never wanted you to feel betrayed by us. You might not have wanted it, but that's what happened. Every time I think of this fiasco, I remember you two telling her about that ridiculous app. Pure is basically a meat market for no-strings Zex. Julie hung her head. She told us after that it was easy and discreet, but it makes us sick. The anger was ebbing, replaced by sorrow. Look, I'm not banning you from my life forever. But I'm hurting. I can't pretend everything's normal. They started crying softly. I reached across, letting them hold my hands, feeling some resentment thaw. We'll give you whatever time you need, Julie said through tears. After awkward hugs, they left, leaving me with a storm of emotions. As betrayed as I felt, I couldn't deny missing my daughters. The weeks that followed felt like emotional quicksand. I'd return home occasionally for mail or documents, rarely crossing paths with Amy. When I did, she was often dressed provocatively, heading out to meet another man. Word spread in our social circle. Friends called offering sympathy or fishing for gossip. One mentioned Amy proudly talking about hooking up with a man who had weird obsessions. Another saw her at a bar with a heavily tattooed guy, flirting openly. Eventually, I met with divorce attorney Natalie. We're in an at-fault state, she explained. Infidelity can affect alimony and property division. Are you ready for a fight? I just want it to end. But I don't want her walking away with my life savings. She's the one who lied and used hookup apps. If we go hard, we can secure a favorable settlement. Let's aim for fair, not revenge. The day the divorce finalized was cold and gray. Amy and I sat silently as lawyers did the talking. The judge made it official with a gavel. 25 years ended in a bland legal proceeding. Outside, we parted without a handshake. I thought about our wedding day, everything ahead of us then. Now it concluded silent, cold, irreparable. I remained at the cottage while our house sold. My daughters occasionally checked in. Time had blunted my anger's edges. They were naive and misguided, not malicious. They'd tried to help in the strangest, most disastrous way possible, and I knew they carried their own guilt. Amy moved to a swanky downtown condo near clubs and nightlife, living out her version of freedom. Fine. I was done chasing illusions. Officially free.